list of 45 life lessons and 5 to learn from, Regina Brett said, when it comes to chocolate, resistance is futile. Now, I'm sure most of y'all got some chocolate this past few weeks from Halloween in the amount that I just gave you, and it's not wrong to eat it. The problem comes in when we overconsume chocolate, because as we all know, there's dire consequences. I would like to propose, and as John Hawkins said earlier, establishing a good, maintained relationship with chocolate, such as limiting the amount you eat each day, can be a healthier path forward. I would like to suggest that our use of short-form media mirrors that of our consumption of chocolate. So what is short-form media? Short-form media are clipped videos that can be anywhere from 10 seconds to 3 minutes long. They can be very nice after coming home from a long day and you just want to relax, or for those bits of information that you can't find anywhere else. The problem again comes in with the overconsumption of it. So CSR, or Columbian Science Review, did a study and they found that the addiction parts of our brain show a higher activity when watching a personalized stream of short-form media than whenever we're watching a longer video. The reason for this is dopamine. Whenever you get a satisfying video, your brain gets a hit of dopamine. In an attempt to recover that same level of satisfaction, you will keep scrolling to find another video. Companies jumped at this chance when they learned about this because it was a way to keep you on their websites for longer. And so they started doing extensive research to find the most advanced algorithms to make the likelihood of you getting an entertaining video as high as possible. Now, again, the problem is overconsumption. So people will spend hours on their phones watching things like TikTok, which has one of the most advanced algorithms in the world for short-form media. David Nathan, a psychologist who's interviewed by Care 11 News, confirmed that life can actually seem a little bit more drab whenever you have an overconsumption of short-form media. The reason for this is whenever you put your phone screen down, you're no longer getting those constant hits of dopamine. The National Library of Medicine also says that our inclination to learn is decreasing due to these types of media, which is very, very important, seeing as learning is one of the most important staples of life, and a decreased inclination of it is not good at all. Not only that, but our procrastination levels are rising. If you're anything like me, you have enough reason to procrastinate. Being more susceptible to it doesn't help you out at all. The reason our procrastination levels are rising is because our attention spans are shortening. Gloria Mark, another psychologist, noted that our attention spans have been decreasing rapidly over the past few years. CSR attributes this to the development and rise of short-form media. Now, with decreased attention spans, we also have higher levels of stress and mistakes that we make, and our production slows. So not only are you getting work done later, but you're also getting it done slower. Lastly, short-form media takes up a lot of time. Like I said earlier, companies are trying to get you on their websites for as long as possible. This causes the time that you should be devoting to studying or having hobbies or talking to friends into just watching your screen. So I've given you a lot of information. Let me see if I can illustrate it for you. Say you're coming home after a long day and it's been pretty stressful and you just want to relax. So the easiest form of relaxation that you know is YouTube Shorts. So you start watching YouTube Shorts. It's nice, you're getting dopamine hits, you're unwinding. However, this becomes a habit. You notice that day by day, you're starting to spend a little bit more time on YouTube Shorts, and that stresses you out a bit. But what's your main stress reliever? YouTube Shorts. And so a vicious cycle begins as more and more of your time slips away and more stress builds up. But this is supposed to be your stress reliever, so you just keep scrolling. This problem has been rising over the past few years. And here's a graph that I found on Zelios Agency that represents the number of daily viewed YouTube Shorts in the billions. So in 2020, we have a little less than 5 billion YouTube Shorts viewed daily. And then we go to a little less than 20, and then to 30 billion, and then to 50, and then to 70 billion daily views of YouTube Shorts in 2024. And this is not the only social media company that has short form media on it. Now, 2025, we are not even done with the year yet. And we have hit a total of 200 billion viewed YouTube Shorts per day. This is something that's affecting people all over the world, and it's getting worse. Now, why is this relevant to you? As all young people in this room, you have a high access to technology and the knowledge and skills how to use it. Not only that, but we're the most susceptible to social media right now, which is where most of these short form media is found. We also have a lot to lose. We are about to go off to college or to our careers, and while we could be spending time figuring out new things about ourselves or spending time with the loved ones we're about to go away from, instead we're stuck in this cycle of stress and short form media. So I've dived in a lot into the negative side of short form media. However, it can be good for some things like getting updates on the world or maybe just, again, entertainment. So my solution is that you limit your use of short form media to 1 hour a day. Why? It makes it a reward instead of an addiction. It still allows you to have all the information that you want to learn from it and sort through the lies that you'll find on the internet as well as the truths. Maybe you want to find a bigger side to part of a worldwide thing that's going on. You now have time to research it, and you can do so without spending hours and hours on your phone. But how will you do this? There are several apps that you can use for screen time limiting. There's also the built-in screen time app on your phone where you can limit whatever app has the most types of social short form media. Not only that, but you can also simply time yourself, or probably the healthiest and the hardest solution is to establish healthy alternatives for relaxation so that you don't spend all your time relaxing simply on short form media. This can be a daunting task. However, I promise you it is indeed worth it. I recently started decreasing my use of short form media. In effect, I've been able to annoy my friends more often. I have started a new book, and honestly, I'm getting my work done before maybe like 12 o'clock at night so I can stay up doing other stuff. So, the objections to this, you do learn a lot of information, but you have time still to do that with 1 hour. You can research the other sides of something that you may not gain in those small clips because you're only getting one side of the story. Also, easy relaxation, as I said earlier, you can still get that in 1 hour, and it's still a chance to unwind. So, to summarize it all up, say worst case scenario develops. You develop an addiction to short form media. Your stress rises and your exam grades drop as the procrastination gets worse and worse. Also, you spend less time with your friends and your family. You simply get just more and more stress, and sometimes even you can develop symptoms of some mental health issues like depression and anxiety. Worst case scenario. However, say you take my advice, you only spend 1 hour a day. It becomes a great form of entertainment. You still have time to go do all of your hobbies, and you still get time to spend time with your friends. Maybe you found a recipe you want to try on short form media. You get to go do that, you get to bake it, and you get to enjoy it. Now, I have here a list of things that you might do otherwise instead of spending time with short form media. These are alternate things that can help you establish healthier habits in the future instead of spending like 12 hours on this. In the beginning, I mentioned that Regina Brett said when it comes to chocolate, resistance is futile. When it comes to short form media, I don't think it is, and I think it's a good path to the future. Does anyone have any questions? All right, well then thank you for listening to my speech.